Professor, in your book, The Nehru Development Model, could you briefly outline what you see as the key features of this model and its impact on India's economic trajectory, especially when you juxtapose it to, say, some of the developed countries like the United States and also to an extent China?
The objective, like any developing country, behind the Nehru Development Model was to eliminate India's very large poverty. It was understood by Nehru that there was not enough wealth to redistribute. Therefore, overcoming poverty meant growing, meant industrialization. So the instrument for that had to be industrialization and growth. So to that extent, I think Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru got it completely right. Where I think he went wrong was in terms of the specific model that he adopted for industrialization and growth. Pandit Nehru was also very much driven by achieving self-sufficiency. And there he saw some sort of connection between imperialism and international trade, that capitalism creates these factories which require raw materials, which require markets in which to sell the products, and that is done by acquiring the colonies, which then...
So the whole discourse on exploitation.
Yes.
So that really influenced Nehru's thinking.
Thinking on international trade. He said that, in effect, it leads to imperialistic tendencies. And since we did not want to be either the victims of anybody else's imperialism, nor did we want ourselves to have those kinds of tendencies, which would go for self-sufficiency. So self-sufficiency became a central objective as well. Now, what that meant was that, if you're going to industrialize, you're going to go rapidly, then investment was required. At that time, efficiency was on the back burner. Nobody really thought in terms of productivity growth leading to faster growth. It was generally thought of investment as being the engine of growth, engine of industrialization. So he argued that, look, if investment is what we have to do, we need machinery. Which means we have to produce machines, and if we are not going to import machines, then we need to produce our own machines, which also requires steel, so we also have to produce our own steel. So heavy industry became the centerpiece of his industrialization process, and that of course led to now, because private entrepreneurs would have chosen different industries. They would have gone for more labor-intensive industries, which are more lucrative. Already, when we became independent, India had about a 10% share in the global textile industry, which was light industry, more labor-intensive. That is where, private investment would have gone. So to get to the heavy industry, he also mobilized the public sector. The public sector will progressively become a larger and larger manufacturer. That also fitted well in his socialism philosophy, that if the means of production are owned by the state, then inequality will not arise. And then as far as the private investment was concerned, which he was willing to accommodate, because he also saw that he needed the private entrepreneurs in order to grow the economy faster. And nevertheless, since private investors would have gone into more labor-intensive industries, not heavy industry, investment licensing was introduced. So heavy industry became the centerpiece of his industrialization process. As a result of that, actually, there is one very dramatic kind of statistic. In the second five-year plan from 1956 to 1961, total developmental expenditure on primary education ended up being just half of what we had invested in one steel mill.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching this clip. As you know, we are taking a deep dive into some complex issues and decoding them for you. So don't forget to check out more content on our channel. And also, we'd love to hear back from you with your comments and your suggestions. So let's explore together.